morning,
Steve and
Celeste.
Leslie.
Hey, Leslie. Good morning. Kathy, good
Good
morning.
Morning. How about Mr.
morning.
Timothy?
All right. Let's see here.
Morning, everyone.
Good morning,
Morning, Steve.
Thomas.
Good morning.
Good morning.
Good
Good
Great
morning,
morning.
sir.
morning. Great morning.
All
Great
right.
morning.
Yeah, got all these beautiful people on here this morning. That's what I'm talking about. Yeah. And I tell you, it's been some craziness, but I got into bed last night. I'm like, man, this feels so good. And because I hadn't been to bed for 2 days, I literally had not been in my bed for 2 days. I stayed up the night before, all the way through the night working on that presentation, and my wife found me exactly where she left me to another night.
Wow.
And so when she woke up yesterday morning, she's like, "Oh, you still there?" I was like, "Yeah, I'm still here." And so I've been I've been grinding. I like this is the mode. When I get into this mode, it's like, hey, all gloves come off. You know what I mean?
Wow.
Everything's got to
Mhm.
get done. You know what I mean? Everything's got to
Working
get
eight to
done.
faint, huh?
I'm trying to tell you. And faint may be 48 hours away. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, trust me.
Mm-mm.
Oh,
Yes,
goodness.
yes, yes.
We
Yes, yes, yes.
appreciate all of the work you put into what you pour into us, sir. We really,
Yes,
really do.
Absolutely.
absolutely.
Yes, but I appreciate y'all. I appreciate y'all. How many of y'all seen the actual presentation, the new presentation so far?
I actually saw it on Thursday.
Okay.
And I like it. It's good. It's just I think I gave you feedback privately.
We're not even
Um
talking about the same presentation. Trust me. That's exactly what I was spending the night on. So trust me, don't worry about it. We're gonna have a little look peek into the future right now. So
okay.
we're gonna be on the
Also,
same page.
the Wednesday I mean the Thursday presentation that you did that I gave you feedback on is different, is even more
Uh-huh.
different. Okay.
It's even more
Okay.
different. It's even
Okay. Well, I missed that.
more different, not more different. It's more different.
I
Okay.
love it. Love it.
Well,
Good morning, everybody.
good morning. Thank you for
Morning.
giving us
Morning.
the opportunity to share with you.
For
You
sure, for sure,
know,
for sure. Yes, 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 yes. All right. Yeah, that presentation, I tell you, like I was literally see, like we talk about lights, cameras, and action, and when we talk about you guys really and truly, you walk into a room and everything is ready, right? And that's the way it's supposed to be, right? You're supposed to be able to invite people and just not worry about hiccups and stuff in the background. And so, Thursday morning, okay, thank God to Omi, and another shout out to Omi again, one more again, and Stephanie, the VA for the company. Um, Man, I tell you, at 10:30 Central Standard Time, 10:30, 10:40, Omi called me, and because I sent them both a message, say, hey, look, we got to get this presentation changed over because I'm about to do it for the company, and I can't do the one I did Wednesday night. That was horrible. So what ended up happening was I said I gotta pull slides from here, from this presentation to and put them over here to this presentation, and I don't know how to do it. And so I'm like, what presentation slides you want to pull over here? That and I gave her like maybe 13 slides, and then it was like, I want you to merge these three slides here and cut this, cut that, and then when Stephanie called me back while Omi was moving stuff over, right? Stephanie was like, so what do you need me to do? I'm like, so this is what I need you to do. While Omi's moving stuff over here, I'm gonna need you to make the slides that she move over here from that one look like they belong, like they match color wise, scheme wise. Do something with it. Give some gold stuff in there and whatever, whatever, whatever. So when y'all heard Kendra, who did an awesome job by the way, hosted me, and she started introducing me 2 minutes after the hour like she was trying to do. I'm like, hey, I need another 60, 65 seconds. So y'all heard
I
that.
heard that one. Yeah, I heard that.
Because at that time they had like only was done, but Stephanie was still doing her thing, and she had just finished, like literally had just finished 1 minute before Kendra said that. Right. And so I'm looking, I'm like, I got all these slides there now, all on the same presentation, and it's none of them are in order. So I
Wow.
said, okay. And she said that. I was like, hey, give me 60, 65 seconds. I just need 60, 65 seconds. And I'm like, and everybody on the presentation can hear me. So I'm like, let me go ahead and get this stuff together. So now I'm moving slides around and trying to make sure everything is in place. How do I want to transition from this one to this one? How do I want to transition from this one to this one? And how's it going to be smooth? And then I'm like, all right, I'm ready. And so she starts introducing me. I wasn't ready. She starts introducing me. I was still moving slides around. I just knew I had at least another 60 seconds to the 2 minutes left of her hosting me, that she was going to be buying me time. She didn't know she was buying me time, but I'm just calculating in my head. So by the time she got done hosting me, I was able to breathe like I am now. Right. And so I'm telling y'all, and then in the presentation, it happened, right? And so that's, I'm telling y'all, when things have to get done, and y'all money on the line, there is nothing that we won't do, to make sure y'all get this thing going. So let me see. I'm gonna show you guys something real quick here to start the day off before we jump into our reflections. Okay, so let's see. Okay, that's ready. All right. Okay, so here's said presentation. These slides are pretty familiar to y'all so far. Obviously, you can see I upgraded the disclaimer, kind of give you guys the new, well, for going back to the first page, embracing education, innovation, and automation. Okay, so we're going to start setting the tempo and the mindset of the person, that this is going to be a situation where it's going to be simple, but you're going to be educated, but there's also going to be some automation involved, so you won't have to worry about doing it all on your own. Now, the disclaimer, I changed the colors because I wanted it to flow together, right? But I also added, I am not a financial advisor in front of the disclaimer that was there at first. You always want to say that. I always want to let a person know that when you're actually presenting to them. Okay. Also, as I was bringing slides in from the slides that Danny Pacheco had gave me, and that we were looking over, I said, if I'm gonna merge it, I need to take some of my slides out of here as well. Okay, I don't want to double talk and be redundant. So, as you can see, the framework on this page right here has changed. So, if you can notice right there behind the first paragraph, build your own economy. That one is, if you see it there, it means you won't see a slide after this one. This says build your own economy. So I got rid of that one. But also here, when you look at the bottom part of, and this is the second one, Raz. I want you guys to understand this part right here. Um, I'm giving you an opportunity, okay, from a presentation perspective. I'm giving you an opportunity to actually have a conversation wrapped around a story in the beginning of your presentation, something that people can connect with, something that people can really, say, what, man, Kathy is real. You know what? Oh man, Dale went through that too. Or oh man, Thomas, man, I thought I was the only one, right? And so, oh, Kendra got laid off as well. So you're looking at that bottom part of that conversation. COVID. Everybody's been impacted by COVID. Everybody's got a COVID story, whether it happens to you or around you. Okay. Everybody's been reading about what's happening in the government when it comes to the governmental decisions. Okay. Layoffs, tariffs, how tariffs is actually right now. Tariffs have actually, like JCL over in Puerto Rico, tariffs has ruined one of his businesses, because one of his businesses where he has products that are flown into Puerto Rico to run his company. This has been the price point is so it's like it's beyond his profit margin. So he can't even do business in one of his businesses. Right? It cost him to run his company at that point, right? And so rising costs, as far as living expenses, guys, and more. Okay. And so you find a story in there and make it a nice, short, impactful story that everybody can relate to, everybody understands, and everybody can, at least not, I say everybody, but there's a demographic of people who are listening to you, that will attach themselves to that emotion. And then that last part, okay, is income insurance. Right? You have life insurance, you have automobile insurance, right? You have health insurance, but you don't have income insurance. So when the unforeseeable happens, right, and you lose everything, what kind of insurance do you have to make sure you don't lose your lifestyle? Make sure you don't, you know, you don't go backwards. Make sure you don't take the hit. Well, that's what trading is. Trading is, income insurance. So if something happens to any of your other income streams, at least you have one that still won't go away. Okay. So when it comes here, why should you learn how to trade? So I took the other slide out and I start piecing pieces of that slide in other places, right? And so here, a little bit upgraded information, all the way down here, but same thing. Okay, on this slide, you want to be able to do a presentation, guys. Remember, it's only 24 slides. Okay? You want to be able to have a conversation with somebody where you can have, an example or two, not necessarily a story, an example or two or a short story out of here. Okay, there's a lot of you guys can come, like we all know when it comes to the bank, we all have that understanding of what the bank does with your money. All right, it's not illegal. It's smart. It's extremely smart. Bring me your money so I can make money off of it. All right, bring me your money so I can make money off of it. So the way they do business is amazing. It's smart. It's it is low key criminal, But at the end of the day, you don't see them shutting down, right? And so if it's legal, we talk about the rules of the game. If it's legal, and people are doing it, and the bank is saying, "Hey, bring me your money." They take your money, they use it. Hey, why not you just take your own money and become the bank and do the same thing the bank's doing? All right. That's a when you put that in your presentation, you have that conversation in your presentation. That's like it smacks people around. Okay. Also, there's another one where talking about the economy under your roof. That's basically like it doesn't matter what administration is in office. You're good to go. How many of you guys? We talk about the learn children can learn. For some of you guys, you have children like Latoya. She has children that and she can't even call her people children. She got old folks that she gave birth to that trade, right? And so, but that's a family affair, right? And so she gets the chance to say, I'm retired. This is what I do while I'm retired. I'm probably going to make way more money than ever than I did when I was working while I'm retired. But what I'm really excited about when it comes to trading is, I have sons that trade now, right? My parents were never in a position where they were even allowed the opportunity to trade. They couldn't teach me this. They couldn't learn this. They couldn't do this. Okay. But I'm excited because with all the stuff that's going on, my sons, or my son or my sons, they can trade, right? And so, guys, you have to be able to find a way to connect, with the audience. You got to find a way. You're not going to connect with everybody, but there's a way for you to impact everybody indirectly in this presentation because where you miss one, you'll hit others, right? And if you have enough stories or you have enough examples, right? It'll put you in a position where you're good to go. Okay. So obviously here, Mrs. Bean did not want me to say just women, so I had to become politically correct. She's like, "Don't be targeting us, like that." And so I said, "All right, cool." So we had women traders have grown 20%, and 60% of those women invest, right? And that's when you talk about, how many women are coming into the industry and why they're coming into the industry during uncertain times. You have women who they want to be, ahead of the game when it comes to catastrophe, financial catastrophe. So no woman who has kids, right, or a family wants to be caught off guard. Okay, no woman that has a family to provide for, don't want to be put in a situation where if they lose their job or company or whatever, that they don't have a place to turn, right? And the women you're having these conversations, you need to be having these conversations a lot more with women. This is not something, see, guys, we're from a standpoint of providing. Obviously, we know our role when it comes to providing, but as a natural, from a nurturing perspective and a protective perspective, those conversations should be had. Conversations when it comes to college students. If you're a college student on here, you need to be having more conversations with college students based on the fact that there are a lot of people who drop out of college because college ain't for them. There's a lot of people who graduate college and they realize that they just invested 4 years of their life and a job is not available for them, right? And so there's some people who right now they didn't have a free ride or a full scholarship or anything like that, and they got to pay their way through college, and they're taking a full course load, and they also have a job, part-time job, working 30 hours a week, trying to keep the doors open or keep the roof over their head while they're doing their thing, right? And so these are things that you really and truly want to have, like you want to have in these conversations, and when you're talking to people, you want to make sure that they are fully aware that you're connected. Okay? So then put all of the trades that we have, on these slides. And so when you talk about these slides, you don't go through every individual, right? And what I do is, and just kind of give you an example of what I do. Like Donnie's portfolio is ridiculous. So you can use 100% of his bonuses. I mean, 100% of his accolades, and you can say, yes, we have traders who are seven-figure quant traders. We have traders who are have a black belt in Six Sigma. Guys, we have traders who've been trading since 2008 and training since 2015. We have traders that have traded for Wall Street. We have traders that and you're not lying. You have traders, but that's one trader, right? And so you're using his whole entire resume for everybody, right? You know what I'm saying? And so, and all most of these traders have, groups already that like communities that they trade for, right? And so, and they all trade different things. And so now you just generalize it, but again, just knowing Donnie's accolades, guys, you can create a professional, and powerful, impactful, way of describing these individuals, okay, in English and Spanish. Okay? And so bringing over some of the things, right? You don't have to read 100% of these things, guys. They're just you can read and you can and you can see for yourself that this is what all you get, right? But start reading them, letting people know that hey, it's some serious stuff that we go over. It's some serious stuff that these content that these trainers and traders go over, right? And then tools and software, right? And so, um, boom. What y'all think about that? Yeah, look, I see Thomas. I got one. I'm trying to see who gonna love this out off the rip, right? And so I know Angel hit me up yesterday about this, and when she was over there, I needed her green personality to look over the presentation. Angel found so many errors. I'm like, Angel, when are you gonna talk about how beautiful the presentation is, man? You ain't said one thing about how beautiful the presentation is. All you talked about is my errors. So, but no, but but she said, "Oh no, I was gonna get to that. When I need you to help me out here. I need some love. You didn't tore me up. You didn't poke me and every." I'm like, man, but no, we got it together. We have no errors because of Katrina Whitfield and Angel Tran and Kim Bean that they ripped this thing apart. But this right here, I love this, man. I'm telling you. And so I wanted to make sure Einstein, had its own, you know, um, its own moment. You know what I'm saying? Because I didn't want people to brush over it. Because of the presentation, basically it had Einstein. What is Einstein? It was one slide, and no, we're not gonna do that to Einstein. You know what I'm saying? So we just not. But this is something that pops. This is something is new age. Kim says it's like an old man trying to come into the new age, trying to be cool. You know what I'm saying? And so, but no, I love this. Matter of fact, I'm actually gonna turn this into a t-shirt. That's gonna be my front and back. I was just looking at it this morning. I sent it to Omi, and I had her, put it together. So Einstein's gonna be on the front, and I swear I'm gonna have it in every color, and that's all I'm gonna wear. And because this is the thing, I want people, who don't know me to ask me about what's on my shirt, period. And so if you know anything about trading, if I mean that's only going to strike the question from the people I want to be interrupted by. Man, what is that? What do you scanner? What do you mean? You into trading? Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. And so don't ask me nothing about trading. I'm just into trading. Now, if you want, I got experts you can talk to, right, about trading. But no, but this is. I'm telling you, that was hot. That was one of the things I love about the actual presentation as well. Now, again, we turned around and we changed the description of it. So instead of just saying it does, it identifies high probability trade setups that line up with what you have been learning. I just said look at Einstein as your personal trading assistant, right? And it does identify high probability trade setups that line up with what you've been learning. Okay, and this is again when you go back and you marry Einstein with the Donnie Pips of the world. with the JCLs of the world, with the Lexus, with the, the people who are out there trading. Okay. And so it doesn't just send out alerts. It empowers you, to trade with confidence by pinpointing winning trades throughout data-driven signals. So that's a quote that I got. Those two quotes are quotes I got from Donnie. Okay. And then I took Pacheco's quote, "It's like riding a bike with training wheels." Right. And so if I'm only going to do one slide, all right, I want to make sure that I do the most damage as possible. Okay. Let's see here. So when it comes to Omni, obviously this is where they want to spend a lot of time on. So let me see here. Put this over here. Uh-oh. I'll move this thing over here. 1 second here. Okay. So basically, it talks about Omni. And a lot of these, what I did was, you saw, if you go back to Thursday's, on Wednesday night's presentation, you'll see, I think it was like 35 slides, right? And so now when you see a lot of these three quotes, a lot of these three quotes were actually three different slides on that presentation. Okay. And so this one right here was about three or four different slides on that presentation. So I'm just putting all these quotes and slides back together. All right. And so if you look at the presentation that I was doing, like that one slide that you'll see, that one page that had all those bullet points. I wanted to make sure we get all that stuff back over to, this was a one page that was actually three different pages. Remember, you want to be able to say more with less, and you want to have less slides. You want this to be as duplicatable as possible, right? And so when you take up a whole page for one quote and one picture, that's extreme, right? And so this was three different pages, right? Three different pages, three different things. So it's one page with the illustration. Right? And so this is again Omni, 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 which is what's being sold. And then here is as easy as one, two, three. Then we put obviously I put a venti in there, talking about the membership, the benefits, and you want to make sure when you get to that point, guys, you want to make sure that you are letting them know, this is given to you. This is a privilege. This is a benefit. This is a privilege. This is something that just because you're a student here, right, you have access to this. And oh, by the way, those 3,000 curated trips this kind of curated trips here, a couple of them right here, just kind of brush through. These are wholesale trips that are already prepackaged, that are set for you to go, right? And then right here, the only people who pay anything are people who are not a part who are not students here, who are not a part of our, our academy. And those people, they can actually, get it for $29.99 a month. Other than that, you are automatically traveling at the Diamond Club level, right? And then you move on, right? Now, here's the other thing. Again, this hasn't changed. This is the same thing as far as the universities. When we talk about universities that pay students to refer the students, and you don't have to go through all of these. You can mention two or three of these. I would say about three to kind of make it sink in, and that's to prep you for the subscription side. Okay, so when you're on the subscription side, obviously, you don't want to say 250. You want to say it to $500,000, but that's not. See, at that point in time, now you really are network marketing. At that point in time, like you really are selling the recruiting side, and so you want to make sure you can make it evidently clear. Guys, just like you have students that go and all they focus on is academics when they go to college and universities, they might love their alma mater, but they're not referring other students there. All right, but you have people who they recruiting their family members and they recruiting their kids and to go to the same college they went to and they getting paid to do it basically in some of these universities. It's no different here. Okay, you're pretty much getting paid just to refer people to the academy. Okay? That's how you build an academy. People are not going to refer for free. All right? And so you want to have that conversation. Okay, so and so here, this is the slide here. You do not read this stuff over again. Just bring them back. So remember all the stuff I told you got earlier, the foundational training stuff, the trading essential stuff. we got this stuff here for you, and you're getting it again right now as a promotional cost, $199.99 one time. Okay. And then $99 a month as a tuition. Right. That's how much it costs for you to maintain and go to school. And then for those of you who want to have access to Einstein and Omni, okay, you have the Elite Builder or you have the Apex Builder, right? I wish they would have said Elite Trader or Apex Trader or something like that, or something more along the lines of the um, Trading Academy. But it is what it is. So 499 one time, 149 a month, okay, and then 999 one time and 199 a month. And you can see the differences of what. Obviously, we talked about what they do already in the presentation, but it has it marked out here. Okay. Now, right now, this actually may change where you're getting four and you're paying no more. It might become the thing overall. So if a person is on a 99, if you got $99, the builder, $99 or higher per month, it's going to be the zero, right? You're paying zero. Now, obviously, the way it was explained, the way we were going to do it, it was going to be $99 discounted on the other two. That may actually change to where if a person's on an elite and they get four elites or higher, then it's going to be getting for referring for and paying no more, right? If it's four elites or higher, and then if they're on the Apex pack, obviously, if they get four Apexes, then they don't have to worry about paying the 199 a month. So that's one of the things that we're going to change. I think that's going to be happening real soon. So either way, this slide again is going to be the one that's due to change. So that's your actual presentation, ladies and gentlemen, along with the visionaries, obviously. And so with that, let's see here. Now you have an idea, like I said, what to do, what to say, how to make sure that this thing works on your behavior, on your behalf, when it comes to, let me see here. Yeah, when it comes to us doing that presentation, because we want to make sure we simplify this thing, and make sure that you are in a position where you are making as much of an impact as possible. The bigger the impact, the more money you make. Period. Right. So, feedback real quick on the presentation on these slides. Just a couple. Y'all can just come off mute. For this one right here. Just one or two, three, four,
Oh, I
five.
can tell you it worked for me on Friday, Mr. Vane.
There you go. There you go.
And I didn't
Well,
give it nowhere near what you was talking about right there. It was just, off the
mhm.
fly, off the cuff, reading the slides.
There you go. Pointing and reading. That's it. Pointing and reading. And the more people you find to point and read, two things happen when you point and read. One, regardless of whether a person gets in or not, they are exposed. You just seeded them. You just planted something in them that it will grow if you water it. Like you don't have to go out there and call a person 25 days, 7 days a week, beat them across the head, tell them, hey, look, you need to sign up. Every once in a while you drip on them. Shoot them text message, just checking on you. Every once in a while you tag them into something, putting them in a PIP University and stuff. Letting that follow up for you. All right. But the other thing is this, and one of the more important things is that you now have a repetition under your belt. Right now so you can say, hey, look, I just did it once. I'm gonna do it again. You're killing fear and you're getting better. Okay. You're killing fear and you're getting better. That's very, very important. So now when you're doing a presentation, you're walking in as the presentation, but now the way you sound starts to be congruent, to the way you show up. Okay. Very, very important. Appreciate it, Dale. Who's next, real quick, on just presentation feedback?
I just think it says simplicity and ease. Like, just like the platform shows everything is just so simple and easy. I think that presentation follows that.
Awesome. Next, Carla,
I
I know you raised
co-sign.
your hand.
I co-sign what Latoya and Dale said, and it just breaks it down. And I like the switch in language too, Mr. Bean, when you talk about students as opposed to talking about builders, right?
Mhm.
So I like that because for people that can relate to that, especially as someone who works on a college campus. So thank you
Mhm.
for that.
Yeah, and you just want to keep a person in the mindset of the platform you want them to join. They're joining a network marketing platform, but what you're selling is a trading academy. And as long as you keep it with trading academy language, they won't know that they're joining a network marketing company per se. and it won't affect their experience, right? And so you want a person to be able to come in and literally roll right out and sell the trading academy. You don't want them, and then by the time they figure out it's a network marketing thing, they'll realize, okay, even though I'm not going to be selling network marketing, this ain't bad. I've never been in a network marketing company like this. These people are professionals. I like how they package things. I like how they deliver things, right? And so now it's like, okay, all right, they protected me from myself, right? Which is what you're doing, right? Because anytime somebody hears network marketing, you got a lot of people out there, a large demographic of people who will shut down immediately, right? And so yeah, now when they're in, they're rocking and rolling, that's when you hit them with the gotcha, and so now you can say, hey, look, Dr. Felicia, you consider yourself to be an intelligent woman, right? And so guess what? If it worked on you, guess what? It'll work on everybody else. So yeah, all you gotta do is follow the system, right? And that's how you use it. That's how you make sure you
Yes.
explain it. That's how you put yourself in a position where people can, okay, all right, you got me. That's good. And so make it make sense. That's not just a quote. You know what I'm saying? That's for real. Make it make sense to a person. All right. All right. So what we're gonna do here. Anybody else real quick before we move on to reflections? All right. So we'll start with Carla for the weekly reflections, guys. And what we're going to do right now, again, because we're going to turn over, and I have one more thing we're going to talk about in a minute. But so give me 30 seconds of your weekly reflections and impact. Carla, you're
I'm
muted.
not muted.
Millionaire mindset in terms of value creation, focusing on creating value, as well as, having that level and growing that level of emotional maturity.
Mm,
And then also a coaching um, wisdom that I got from Mrs. Johnson this week is, just folk making the main thing the main thing. I can't
mm,
scatter myself, because when you scatter yourself, then
mm,
you don't get very much accomplished. Um, from a scriptural standpoint, that's if a mirror is convex or is a mirror flat. If a mirror is convex or concave, then the sun shines there as opposed to being spread out. So those are the
mm.
three things I wanted to share. So thank you for allowing me to share. And I hope I made it within 60 seconds.
Now you're good. So now that value is very, very important, guys. And the best way, like I said, when you're talking about, focusing, when you focus on one thing instead of everything, like that, if you notice, um, when I feel like I have something that I can actually move throughout the whole entire company, not just myself personally, not just what I like. I feel like we have something that we can all sell. That's what I focus on. Okay. That's why I start to create value for, right? And so value is very, very crucial, guys. You have to put yourself in a position where people buy into the value, when you're communicating that value to them, So appreciate you, Carla. Thank you. Dale Boudreaux.
Yes, sir. Thanks a lot. Thanks for your help Friday on the slide. I mean, that story you tell was exactly what I was going through, right?
Hmm.
So it's
Hmm.
just amazing. But this week I gave a presentation to a young professional from Guatemala. He's here
Hmm.
on a visa. He's scared about his whole family getting picked up at the moment, and he's
Right.
scared about getting laid off. So those
Right.
slides resonated directly with him. I mean, that was
Hmm.
just direct, straight up to him.
Hmm.
And what was great is that first slide, education, innovation, and automation, man. I mean, that right there says it all, Mr. Bean. That is a great way to just put the theme of the whole company and what we do. And
Hmm.
this guy, when he saw the subscriptions and the referrals, he didn't, I mean, this guy, it didn't even hesitate.
Hmm.
So, and like I said, all I was doing was reading slides, man. I wasn't
Yeah.
even, and he asked so many questions during the presentation, man. It wasn't even funny. So it
Hmm.
was really a great presentation, and I appreciate your help. Thank you.
No problem. And I'm gonna tell you right now, when you talk about, a lot of people right now are fearful. We have people who they've stopped going to work in fear for being, arrested and manhandled and ripped out of their cars and and taken to a detainment camp or putting on a plane with and leaving you. It's guys, we're in a really bad place right now, man, when it comes to people who are not from this place, and we talking about solid citizens who really and truly or who built communities for the last 10, 15, 20 years, 30 years, or have a right to be fearful and have a right to feel like, what's been done to them and how it's been done to them is unjust. And so, right now, when you look at them being able to learn how to trade, guys, it helps again that lifestyle insurance that I talked about at the very beginning of this thing. If anything was ever happen, to those individuals, they have a skill set that they can utilize to create revenue, even if their life is turned upside down. But that's also a way to mobilize the community. So I know Daniel Pacheco he did a sermon in his church, about a week and a half ago, almost 2 weeks ago, telling his members, a lot of you guys, you have people right now who the church don't even want to come to church right now because they don't want to step foot outside. They're in hiding. And it's like right now, you don't have to live like this. Right now, you literally, this is his message to the church. Like, look, you need to start learning how to trade, right? And you need to put yourself in a position where you can come outside again financially and live your lives and not be worried about that. And put yourself in a position where you start building a foundation, outside of what you have here, and so it's a position. It puts people in a position of empowerment, guys. And like I said, everybody's got their own challenges. Everybody's got their own burden and their own cross to bear. But again, being in those shoes, I wouldn't wish that on anybody. When a person can pull up to your job, pull up to your home, uh, and just detain you for not committing a crime. Okay, and so remember that when you're communicating with people. Dr. Arlene.
Sir, I'm gonna try and make this really, really fast. Can you hear me clearly? Because I'm on my headphones.
Yeah, I can hear you clearly.
Awesome, awesome, awesome. This week, the theme is all about what you just said, empowerment. Being
Mhm,
empowered to trade, being empowered to travel, being empowered to teach.
mhm,
And I sat down with ChatGPT this morning because I'm in Philly visiting my sister. And I said, Chat, give me a plan for making $20,000 a month via trading with the Diamond Pips system. Give me a plan for making $20,000 a month with travel. Give me a plan for making $20,000 a month with Build Network. Not only do you give me a plan, give me a plan, give me a timeline, and give me a comparison of effort and time it's going to take to do all three. And
mhm,
you know what that said to me? That says focus first on trading because trading is going to give you the income. Focus next on travel because travel will give you a brand and lifestyle. And then
mhm.
focus next on third part. The
Build.
third part, the subscriptions, because
Mhm,
as you post
mhm,
about your subscriptions and as you about your trades and as you post your lifestyle, the subscriptions will follow. So I
mhm.
just wanted to share that today because I'm on a mission. Thank you, sir.
All right, all right, all right. And like the curls. So yeah, so right now, guys, I'm telling you that's very, very important. And so remember, I told you guys when we first started trading, how to turn $500 into $50,000 a month, right? And so those screenshots, right? Demo accounts and everything. It don't all of it matters. I mean, and so at the end of the day, as long as you're doing it legally, ethically and morally, as long as you're giving disclaimers, letting people know that hey, all results are not indicative of what the results that you'll get, and all past performance you know um, doesn't represent future results. And but this is what I did, and I just learned how to trade, right? If you did that on every one of your screenshots, right? That would be fantastic. Then you turn around and you take pictures and videos when you travel, right? And show people your lifestyle. And all of a sudden, you got people who are calling you and reaching out to you and saying, "Hey, I want to do what you do. I want to hear more about what you do." And next thing you know, your community is growing. Your travel community is growing. Your travel and trade community is growing, right? And that subscription business model puts you in that position where now you can really start funding some things, going forward, okay, and ranking up and teaching people how to do the same exact thing as duplicatable. Latoya.
I love Dr. Arlene's takeaways. I loved it.
Mhm.
But thank you so much for the opportunity. So I just wanted to share that being one of the first 100,
Mhm.
we're normally not part of the decision making, but putting yourself in a position to be one of the first to do anything gives you some market share. It allows you to be part of the decision making, and I love that opportunity. You also experience a lot of the challenges, and learning how to work through challenges also sets you apart as a leader because a lot of leaders have someone else do that part for them. Well, when you have some what do you call it, skin in the game in regards to overcoming challenges, you can do that part yourself and you can teach that to your teams. So I love that part. You learn just how to work through the challenges. And then I was thinking about the challenges that you had on your call. How you just have to be ready, even when you're not ready. You just have to show up and be ready. You just got to do what you do, and you always taught us about, having our own experience. Your Sam being experienced, Mrs. Kim, her Kim being experienced. We have to be our own experience and show people that they too can create their own experiences. So I always have loved that piece. But it's not about being perfect. It's just about being relatable. So that's what I wanted to share.
There you go. And two things on what you said. One, when it comes to challenges, embrace every challenge. If you don't embrace every challenge, you become a part of the challenge. You become a part of the problem. And now you can't fix the problem or fix the challenge for somebody because you become a part of it. Right. And so take yourself out of the challenge and put yourself in the solution-based business, right? And that's what you want to do. Like you're gonna always have hiccups. There's not one piece of technology, whether it be Apple, whether it be Android, I don't Pro Choice, right? It don't matter which one you like. The very first version was horrible. You know what I'm saying? It was better than what you had, but it was horrible. The very first, the VHS or beta machine y'all had ate up tapes, right? The very first auto cassette 8-track player ate up tapes. Cassette player ate up tapes. CD player scratch CDs, right? And so it's always going to be, a evolution, of what you're offering. You just have to understand that first and don't make everything a build emergency or a build trading academy emergency or an eventy travel emergency because something worked. All of a sudden, that's your one customer, and you think your life is upside down. The only customer you got had a challenge, and all of a sudden, oh my God, the world is flipped on its back. Trust me. Trust you got one customer. Think about the people who have all 100 customers or 1,000 customers. That one customer is important, but that one customer is basically an opportunity for you to become a leader. It's an opportunity. So yeah, oh, I understand. Trust me. We're the first. That's why I'm excited because we're the first in the United States of America to actually have this type of technology, right? And so we're implementing this for the first time. The company's been around internationally, but there are certain things that we have to make sure that we get on point, and there's certain things that we can't do or won't be allowed to do or whatever it is as a company based on how things used to be set up, the guidelines and things. So yeah, so don't worry about it. Just celebrate that. You know what I'm saying? Celebrate that. Give us just trust the company for a little while. We'll get it together, and because this is our future, we're not gonna ruin this thing and not fix this thing. It's happening, and you're a part of history. So trust me. I said if you want to do your thing and come back later on when it's more expensive, right? But right now, just you're being grandfathered in based on that. Part of your discount comes because you're in almost a beta situation. So count your blessings because I'm gonna tell you if you were going to be a part of the next batch of people, all right, who came on board, I can guarantee you it's going to be way more expensive. Even the monthly is going to be 100 to $150 more expensive. So be patient. 1 month ain't gonna kill you, right? And one week ain't gonna kill you, right? Just and to have that conversation, guys, and talk people off that cliff because some of you need to be talked off cliffs, right? And so the sky is not falling. It's just that you blew up and you put yourself close to the sun. So just it's fine. Be that solution oriented individual. Learn how to have those conversations. Learn how to talk people down, right? Learn how to give them the value because the value ain't gonna change. Like, well, if you frustrated you disenroll or unenroll or whatever you want to call it, and because you felt like something's not working for you today, well, tomorrow we're gonna still be trading, and Einstein will be up doing his thing, scanning, calling trades, alerting. And so then what? Yeah, then what? When you broke up but lost your job or something, and somebody say, "Hey, look, um, man, we over here making millions," or yeah, it didn't work for me. No, your mindset didn't work for you. Okay, and that's on the customer side and the builder side. Okay, how do you expect your customers to be able to go to sleep comfortable about what they're going through when you're not? Okay, so again, don't everything you think you want, you don't want, right? Pops taught me a long time ago. So just know you're here first, right? Your grandfather in on a lot of different things that you could be and will be and should be actually paying more money for right now. Okay, so we're gonna get through this, we're gonna grow through this, and we're gonna get rich because of this. So appreciate that. Toya, that's very, very important. Just on that part alone. So, and I'll hold it there. Okay. Eddie, reflection for the week. What you got? Can you hear me? Are you on mute, buddy? There you go.
Good morning, guys. Good morning, Mr. Bean.
Good morning.
Reflection for the week is simplicity and commitment.
Hmm.
Simplicity. Oftentimes, we just overcomplicate things. We look at too many things at the same time, and if we just focus on one thing at a time and just try to master it, like okay, I focus on this, and that makes sense, and so
Hmm.
forth. I focus on that in my trading this week, and it has helped me a lot. And also the commitment that not only there's a monetary commitment to the academy, but it's to ourselves. Like, okay, do we really want to go back to that other job that we don't like? Does getting another job really will fix my life? Will it get me the results that I'm looking for?
Hmm.
And the commitment to ourselves to learn a new skill to get those results we like, and as far as technology goes, I mean, here in this academy, one thing that struck with me very well is that we're striving towards leveraging technology towards our advantage, and that's what I like to tell people is that while AI is usually trying to take away from us or replace us, here we have Omni, here we have Einstein that we're leveraging towards our advantage and help us overcome the new challenges that are happening on the daily and today's lives worldwide. It's not even just the U.S., but just worldwide. Heck,
Hmm.
Amazon just announced another round of layoffs. Just last night, I was listening to this podcast, and just in this October alone, there were 150 something thousand people laid off.
Hmm.
So you can
Yep.
imagine how many people are just got the big oh crap moment.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
You, you're right. And I appreciate that, Eddie. On But man, that's two really good points that I want to touch on for real because one, and I need to actually add the AI part on the slide on the first slide. But we sell AI is coming for your job. AI really ain't. AI is not really designed to take your job, right? AI is designed to make your job easier, right? And so now you have people who are replacing you with AI, using AI to replace you. And when they use AI to replace you, it's to streamline their company, put more money back in their pockets, or it's to create a situation or opportunity for them to make money based on what AI has created for them that eliminates your job. But when you look at AI right now, guys, like if you really mastered AI, you really learn how to do what Dr. Arlene has done and Dr. and George Crew over there with her, Sarah, Daniel, them using AI, them using the Facebook marketing and everything else that they're doing over there. They're getting their recruiting numbers up, their sales numbers up, and stuff like that. And you can some people are going to use AI as the scapegoat of them being out of a job one day, being out of business one day, being broke one day. And AI is not the reason. Okay. AI was just a tool. And so AI is used by anybody who wants to use it. ChatGPT is less than $30 a month. So stop it. All right. And so learn something new for twice in your life. Learn how to trade and learn how to use AI, right, to go out there and help you build your communities or do whatever you need to do. That's important. The other thing is the layoff side. I'm telling you right now, this is just beginning. Right now, AI, remember, when you look at Amazon, going back to Amazon, you've seen on the presentation that the companies do. Uh, and I think Amazon was spending anywhere close to 80 billion for it was just it was a God a heavy number billion wise on AI. And so when you release 150 people, one is because you can afford to. Now you've replaced those people with AI already, right, as a company, and you need those reserves, that revenue to continue to bolster your AI plans, right? And so these companies don't care anything about you. They never have, and they will. They never will. Okay, so get out of victim mode, right, and get into empowerment mode. You need to be the one person say, even though I'm unemployable, I don't need a job. I'm unemployable because I'm using the resources around me. I'm using, and that's what I'm telling you right now. Lean Omni is fantastic. And Omni is going to make you a lot of money just based on the sale of Omni and the sex appeal of Omni. Okay. But if you really and truly want to build a community and you want to build something sustainable, you want to build something that's growth worthy, something that you can grow all around the world, which I plan on doing, my wife plans on doing, master Einstein, master trade, learning how to trade, and master using Einstein. Master learning how to trade and master using Einstein. Master learning how to trade and master marrying Einstein, right? With what you learn from the traders. Okay, that's how you get true freedom. Okay, say Einstein. It's like in the Avengers. You know, my man Iron Man was always talking to Jarvis. They work together, right? Jarvis is always, well, sir, this is what I would say. Hey, sir, you need to power up. Hey, sir, your power is low. Hey, sir, we got the enemy over. Hey, sir, Jarvis is always talking. He's always asking questions. He's always asking Jarvis for instructions. I'm telling you right now, if you ask Einstein for to answer questions for you, Einstein is a real thing. Jarvis is not. That's a movie. I'm telling you, Einstein will help you. All you got to do is ask him what you need to know, right? Is this the proper place to take this trade? Is this take profit here, take profit there? Hey, Einstein? What do we need to do right here? What do we need to do right there? Well, Einstein's gonna say, hey, well, what did Donnie tell you to do? Right? Go back to what said. Einstein said, remember, he said this, I'm going to show you this, but Donnie taught you this. Einstein is going to tell you what you need to do, and it's going to make sense based on what you're learning, from Donnie and the rest of these traders, guys. You gotta marry. If you're a trader and you really want to secure your future, you have to marry those two. Marry those two, right? Omni is going to give you again the platform where you can do some other things and big things, whatever, and have different strategies. But that scanner, you don't need a whole lot, guys. I'm gonna tell you, like you have guys who to protect your land, you don't need 19 different guns. You need one gun and 19 boxes of bullets, right? And so Omni is 19 different guns. Okay. Einstein is one big gun and a bunch of bullets, a bunch of big bullets, right? And so you keep on reloading by keep on learning, guys. Don't miss these trainings. Don't miss the live trainings. Don't miss the live trainings, guys. Ask your questions, mess up your charts. Go on when you're on demo. I'm telling y'all, y'all act like the demo account is your real money. Stop it. The more and more you behave that way, the more and more you hold yourself back. It's like you're trying to drive this vehicle because you have a high performance vehicle. You have a Ferrari, a Lamborghini, right? That you're in the driver's seat of, and you got the emergency brake on, hitting the gas. You're going nowhere fast. You're causing more damage, and it's not to Einstein. You're causing more damage to your psyche, right? Get out of your way. Take the emergency brake off the thing and go really, really fast. Learning how to go out here and mess stuff up really fast. Donnie is not going to embarrass you because you messed it up. He's the first person to tell you to go mess it up. If you say, Donnie, I'm gonna tell you what. Look, hey, look, y'all might get a free 7-day class if you do this. Hey, Donnie, I messed everything up this weekend on my demo account. This is what I did. This is what happened, bro. I'm lost. All right. Hey, Dale, great question. Hey, I'm glad you messed it up. Thank you, Dale. Hey, Sam, get Dale's information for me. Hey, Dale, free 7 day. That's kind of how it works. You know what I'm saying? I'm just telling you right now. You're gonna mess it up and he helps you out. I'm telling you. I'm just hint hint. So I'm just telling you, y'all need to put the man to work, man. I'm telling you, y'all making his job too easy. Like this is guys, he's sitting there making money for himself while he's teaching y'all because y'all don't want to learn. Y'all want to listen. Y'all want to be fanboys and fangirls. Y'all want to say, you know what? Oh man, that was great. This is awesome training. And you didn't learn anything from it because you didn't participate. This is making sense to anybody? All right. I'm telling y'all, get out of your way. Okay. And then let's see here where we at. All right, we got Angel and we got Vic. We'll wrap it up with Vic. Angel.
Hi,
And
Mr.
then we'll go to
Bean.
our feature speaker today. Go ahead, Angel.
Hi, Mr. Bean. Hi, everyone. Can you hear me okay?
Yes, I can.
Okay, great. Sorry, I'm not at home with my Zeta again.
No problem.
Uh, Well, thank you so much. I appreciate you and Mrs. Bean for this platform and allowing me to share. The funny thing is that as a leader, I've been helping my team with a lot of their challenges. And I just tell them, hey, I know it's hard, life is going to hit you, but just keep taking that one step forward.
Mhm.
And the funny thing is, as a leader, you're going to get tested as well. So
Mhm.
I had some life-changing challenges that happened to me, and I had
Mhm.
to take my own advice, right? Take one
Mhm.
step at a time. And thank God for you and Mrs. Bean. I definitely have to give you guys the credit for, being there with me, holding my hand, giving me your guidance, giving me your advice on how I can approach. You guys both spent time with me to help me through, um, and you know, um, and I couldn't, have be where I am and be as strong as I am without both you and Mrs. Bean as my leader and pouring into me when I need to go through my challenges too. And I just did what you and Mrs. Bean gave me guidance to, and I took my one step at a time as well. And after 2 days of life challenges, yesterday someone called me up and said, hey, I've been watching all the great things in the ATM. It works. Hey,
Mhm.
I'm ready to get started. I don't have my money right now, but let me go ahead and sign up as an affiliate. Great. Let's go.
Right.
Boom. Another one called me up yesterday and said, hey, I need you to come over to my place because she's an older lady, but I do want to learn how to trade. Can you come? And of course, I didn't say no, right?
Mhm.
So, but went over there. She signed up as a builder. So just take that one step at a
Mhm.
time,
Mhm.
and you'll move out of that storm slowly but surely, or maybe faster than you thought.
There you go. And guys, I mean, everything that we talk about is not business, right? And so, from a mentorship perspective, there's a lot of life happening around here, right? And so, some of you guys have picked it up, and some of you guys didn't. But there's a lot of emotion, and that's why she couldn't really have the conversation she really wanted to have because when life is life and you're the leader of your household, most of you guys don't have anybody to turn to and talk to that actually has been through some things or actually coached enough people and mentored enough people to help you through them lifing moments, right? And so, yes, and she has some things she's going through, and she has leaders she can rely on, and we gave her different perspectives. Kim gave her her perspective, and we just happened to have a conversation out of the blue. I gave her mine and my experiences, and again, she took that information, processed it, and now she had another way to approach it, and one day she'll tell you, how that went and how that worked. But the other thing is this: the ATM works. If you just put people in and you trust that the ATM is going to follow up for you and drip on people for you, it will. So we still have people coming into the business right every week that are plugged in the ATM that you forgot about. People who are calling you back. And that's the thing. Some of you guys, how, and this is the worst thing ever. If you know who you put in the ATM, that means you didn't put enough people in the ATM. Some of you put two people in the ATM, and you know all of them by name. I put so many people in ATM. I don't know. I forgot who I put in ATM. So when they called me, I'm like, I forgot to put that. You know what I'm saying? And so I know them day one because I tagged them. I messaged them day one. I tagged them. I messaged them day one. I know them and I tagged them Anchor day one, right? They are tagged into something. I have actively made them look at something. I have done my job. So now when I go back in and say, hey, we live. We got coffee and charts. Are we live? With we're live in the lab right now. Whatever it is, it's now. Or we got a presentation that just popped off. Boom, and now it's live. Mr. Bean just went live. Sam Bean just went live, and it's a presentation. Whatever it is now, that's following up for you or reminding that person. Giving them a conscious interrupt of where they're at. Oh, I'm in this community. I forgot I was in this trading community. Whatever it is, or I was supposed to get back to Kathy. I was supposed to get back to Sabrina. Oh, I was supposed to get back to Charity. Well, let me go ahead. But y'all have 2 or 3 people in there. If somebody would have built this for me, I have my whole entire database of people in there. Shy people have shy salespeople have skinny kids. That's one of those things you do. That's a quote, and it's some of y'all so shy, right? That you don't want to tell nobody. Like you have something talking for you, and you don't want you so shy you don't want that to happen. All right, so let the system do what it's supposed to do, right? System, save yourself time, energy, money, and stress, right? Your stress is not coming from people not being recruited. Your stress is coming from you not following the system, and now you are now getting the results that warranted, right? And so it's a complaint against yourself, right? And so again, that's what it is. If you look at why you're frustrated, go back. That's a symptom. Go all the way back and break that all the way down. And where did this anger, this frustration come from? Right? Oh, it came from me not following instructions. All right. So, all right. But thank you, Angel. Appreciate it. Vic, 30 seconds if you can. I know we sucked it up with some good stuff, but you got 60 seconds. Go ahead.
I'll make it quick, sir. First of all, thank you for that early morning text the other morning. Was that I got on a little late today, so I do have the final take on your slideshow.
Oh, don't worry about it. Yeah, we got it all perfect now.
Okay.
It's all perfect. Yep.
Okay, great. So, I got a text the other morning, guys, from Mr. Bean, like 6:30, 7 o'clock in the morning with that new presentation. And, I looked at it, I studied it, I examined it, and I said to myself, it's I know it's going to evolve, but I've already made a decision that, you have to really take advantage of what we have now. And what I mean that as a complete package, because I thought to myself, what if I didn't have Kim Bean? What if I didn't have Mr. Bean? What if I didn't have a Donnie Pips to talk to when I'm going through the mans? That's what we call it, the mans. Oh man, and you look for every excuse in the book. But what I've realized is that nobody's going to come save me, and I'm not shy at all. Matter of fact, I had to learn how to not pour the whole bag of potato chips on people, and I've learned that and I've mastered that. But what I realize is that the tools that we have in our arsenal will speak for themselves. So I'm not looking for anyone. I'm looking for the right one. I'm being a little bit more selective. However, I'll give anybody and everybody a shot. And I'm not trying to sell anybody anything. Basically, every day I'm just trying to make a new friend. And the pour down and the fall down is going to happen. But when you find yourself being kicked in the ribs and life is kicking you, really, really pay attention to what we have. And I just wanted to close with that because I know what it is. It's very powerful. Can definitely impact a lot of different lives, especially, with these type of layoffs and the white collar workers are suffering more than the blue collar workers right now, guys. So their ego is going to be a little bit more to deal with. However, that bank account is dwindling, so their ego is going to have to eventually they're going to have to let it go, right? And I'm not trying to talk down. I don't talk down to them. I just try to talk with them with a familiarity of what life can happen to you. Because you get a job, you celebrate one day, and the next day you're gone because oh, they don't like your energy. Well, guess what? That's because my energy is very high, and you can't deal with it. That's not my fault. So let's just keep it moving. Let's just keep it moving. Thank you, Mr. Bean. Appreciate you, man. that text in the morning to just show me a little bit more of what I got. Thank you.
No problem. Oh man. All right, so all right. Oh man, the man's. Oh man, oh man, oh man. Okay, yeah, I like that. That was you got everybody rolling with that one. So guys, the other thing is this. Right now, remember, you attract who you are, right? If you are evolving individual, you're attracting evolving individuals. Right now, you're recruiting at your level, right? And so this is what I want y'all to get right now also is you start with posture. Always have posture with respect. Always be direct with respect, with tact. You know what I'm saying? Always put yourself in a position because, you know, it's one thing to have posture and understand what you have your hands on and understands whose you are, right? It's another thing to understand where you are, you know, and your situation versus what everybody else's situation is. If you're a seven figure person, and I mean, if you're a five figure person, you're talking to a seven figure person, and you're unjoinable, right? That person didn't make a mistake; they made a decision, right? And so that's where reflection comes in at. Okay. If you're a four figure person a month and you're talking to a five or six figure person per month and you're unjoinable, that person is not supposed to join you. Right. But guess what? It's okay if they're not supposed to join you. Guess what? It does two things for you. It gives you an opportunity to understand that, hey, look, I need to get better at this. I need to get better as an individual. I need to get better as a person or as a business person, whatever. But I know now how to get out of the way and let another six-figure person talk to them, or another seven-figure person talk to them, and not try to be a superhero in the situation, right? Because a lot of you guys will blow your accounts. I'm telling you, it's kind of like you going out there, you're not setting a stop loss. Some of y'all run your mouth so much when you're talking to people and you say all the wrong things, instead of having a stop loss and saying, you know what, let me go ahead and set this stop loss. Let me go over here and talk to Mrs. Bean. Let me go over here and talk to Angel. Let me let them talk to Dale. Let me let them talk to Dr. Arlene. Let them talk to Idris. Let me let them talk to Donnie. Instead of you having a stop loss and setting your stop loss rather, you blow your whole account. You blow that seven figure individual who would have joined you. You blow that six figure individual who would have joined you. I'm in my trading bag right now. All right. So I'm telling you, if you don't want to blow your recruiting accounts, set some stop losses. Right. Go out there and get better and use Einstein. Einstein is a system, right? I'm just telling you, it's all relatable, right? So with that being said, I appreciate you, Vic. Ms. Bean, before I introduce the special guest, did you want to say anything? You had anything you want to add? I know you're here and blessing us with your presence today.
Oh,
Anything?
gee, thanks. I don't know if I could keep it under 60 seconds though. But no, some great stuff happening at the company. We're going to be heading out to California, having a meet with the principals. So that's going to be some good stuff. More news to follow with that. I want to also share what you was talking about earlier, master trading and mastering Einstein. And so that's definitely the plan over here. So it's not just, we're talking about it, we're doing it as well. Mastering Einstein right now is really for me. Every time I see an alert pop up, I'm going to my alert. I'm going to my screen. I'm going to my training screen. And Donnie probably knows because I'm sending him messages like, hey, what's going on here? What do we do here? And so I'm definitely doing that, mastering the Einstein. And so that way I could still stay focused, making some income here. So that way we could have testimonies to share to the team. I don't know if you noticed that. That's a huge deal. Stories sell, guys. Facts tell, stories sell. So right now, that's what we're doing. We're creating stories. Even myself, I'm creating stories so that way I could put it in the chats, put it in the groups, so that way we could grab the attention of the team. That's the key thing right there. So master Einstein and learning trade as you go. And so I'm very grateful for the traders that are on board. They're very professional. Love the energy that each trader brings. They bring a different type of energy. So I'm excited where the company is going. That's what I wanted to share.
That's good stuff. And I'm just because I see her, really in her passion right now. Like when I see her with her phone, she be on her phone. Like this woman don't pack a phone around the house. I used to tell her, keep your phone with you. It'll ring on my watch. I can see my text message through my watch. I'm like, some money might be calling. So man, this woman ain't put her phone down since she's been trading. Like she bump into stuff, almost trip over stuff, trying to make. I'm just she won't get up and do stuff late, and she be like, I'm telling you, when she be in the middle of a trade or something, it's going down, right? So she really is, in her trading bag, and that excites me, and I'm excited to see her excited about something, and that's helping us take our lives to the next level. Now, one thing I do want to say, guys, y'all been hearing me talk about Donnie's accolades and everything like that. All you guys have been experiencing Donnie. Doesn't need introduction. The one thing I do want y'all to understand is this: when it comes to Donnie, it's like you ever notice, like when you for those of you who like you have a biblical foundation, and he talk about the difference between a preacher, and the person who they talk about in that book is that the person came from the people. They didn't talk from a pulpit, right? And then when he came from the people, had their conversation, they went back in the people. So when I look at Donnie, I'm like, dude was like he was, he's already world renowned when it comes to his E3 strategy. He's already world renowned when it comes to his form of Einstein when it comes to Ellie. He's already world renowned from helping companies, put their institute their trading programs and stuff like that. And so coming into the company, for him to say, you know what, I didn't want to build at first, but I actually want to build now. You know what I'm saying? And so it humanizes him, right? To the point to where, he was walking on water. He's running on water because now he's like, hey, I'm running with him now. So right now he's our trader. He's one of our master traders, guys. And he's also one of the builders at Builder 700. He's going to be climbing the charts and just doing big things. And so I appreciate, him taking his time out today, after he served already on the for the week. But Mr. Bean said last night, hey, what about, do you think if Donnie would do this for us, do you think it would be a great idea? So it's her idea that you even have access to Donnie today. And I said, yeah, I'm not, me, I'm out of the way. This is what's going to help the people. And so Donnie is here to share with you guys today on his off time. And so, Donnie, you can go ahead and open up your mic and take over, bro. I appreciate you and thank you again for
Mic check.
pointing to the people. 1 2 1 2.
All right, awesome, awesome. Well, good morning, everybody. How we doing? Give me some 4 5s in the chat. Make sure you guys are ready. Uh, because I'm unavailable today, but I'm available.
Mhm.
And what does that mean? Miss Bean sent me a text yesterday, and how fast was that reply? Right, I'm away. Right, I'm off the grid. I've got some things going on, but when she sent me a text, I immediately responded, yes, I'm available. Right, even though I'm not available, but I'm available. And what does that mean? Being available for your business. And before I get into what I'm going to show you guys today, because it's really simple, very, very, very simple. Okay. And it was super fast, right? Here we go. I've replied. Guys, how many people want to actually build a business? How many people want to see this into fruition? Just curious. Give me a 1 in the chat, right? Because a lot of people say things about being unreachable and unattainable. Well, you guys already know I've already made 6, 7 figures multiple times, right? But when I talk to Mrs. Bean and Mr. Bean, it's not about, oh, they're better than me, or why do I have to listen to them? I'm already made money. It's not about that, right? It's about being in a position to listen to somebody who's trying to say, get on the elevator, we're going to the next floor, right? And the reason I started with that, because I want y'all to really look down. Participants, 37 participants. I have a problem with that. And they don't know I'm saying this. I have a problem with that. I'm supposed to speak about something else, because this is a business meeting, right? This meeting here on Saturdays, and I get on. Somebody asked me the other day, oh, I seen you were on the call, because this is a business meeting. Because I treat this like a real Fortune 500 company. And until some of you guys realize that, your income's not going to move. My income's going to move, and you're going to see Mr. and Mrs. Bean and Donnie Pips and us on the beaches doing these same exact business presentations. Don't show up when it's convenient for you. Don't put people in the ATM and you don't say, hey, we got a business meeting, right? Treat those as corporate board members, okay? Because Donnie Pips is going to teach you about Six Sigma and waste, right? and about understanding that you have an opportunity now that you don't have to do anything but bring people to the ATM, and Donnie Pips, Mr. Bean, Mrs. Bean, and the principals are going to do the rest of the work. Right? Show up for your own rescue. And that's the best thing I've heard. And I've heard him say it all time and time. I spoke to Mr. Bean the other day and he said, I'm about to get some sleep. I've been up all night. Why? Because when he puts the presentation together, and I noticed this, I had to call Ms. Bean the other day, he was in there practicing the presentation. He didn't just throw slides up and say, all right, this looked good. He put the slides together and he was standing there practicing. And as Marines, we do that when we go to boot camp. We practice over and over again. When we go to drill instructor school, we practice over and over again our craft. That way, when we go explain it to the masses, we understand it. How many people did he send the presentation out to? Who got the presentation in the 300 chat group and downloaded it right away? I did, right? Because I work on my craft. So when I talk to somebody and I introduce somebody to this opportunity, because that's what it is, it's a business opportunity, so it's not for everybody. That's why it's called an opportunity, right? But to see 37 people on here, it's like, okay, where's the rest of your board members? Because that's how your money grows, right? By them getting the same knowledge at the same time that you get. But yet there's 113 people on Tuesday nights and Thursday nights. Now you put them in two categories. Who wants to build? Right? And says, hey, you got a chance to make an extra $30. JC did an amazing training the other day on overrides. Simple, easy. Was like, man, that's that much money. I had Mr. Bean up every week. Like, this is my money. And I put it out there. It's public information. I made over $1,000 in overrides this week alone. In overrides. Well, shoot, if they ain't gonna build it, the company gonna give it to me. So, guys, I really want you guys that's here right now to say, you know what? I need to treat this like a Fortune 500 company. This is my LLC, but my LLC cost me $10,000, so I need to put $10,000 back into it. Says, well, Donnie, that's just chump change to you. Well, you know why it's not chump change to me? Because it's time and effort that I put in to my board members. For them to hit me up and say, oh, I just made money. Right? Because now Mrs. Bean don't have to worry about that company. They're sitting at the top of the conglomerate, right? They can move on to company Carla. They can move over to company Steven. Help that company grow. Now move on to another company. And that's what I really want you guys to get out of it, especially in the trading space, in the financial space, right? How do we do that? Okay? Let us do that. And practice your craft, guys. Practice your craft. Oh, I got an opportunity if you're interested. Well, what do you do? Okay. We have an educational platform that teaches individuals how to snatch profits from the markets daily. And it flows just like that. Hey, I don't have a lot of time right now, but would you be interested in taking a look at one of our at my presentation? Also, hey, let me get some information. Put a car magnet up. Trade the financial markets. Easy as 1, 2, 3, whatever it is. Build your craft, invest in yourselves, guys. I really want you guys to really push that forward because a lot of times we fall short by not investing in ourselves. Okay. So just want to throw it out there. So today, all right. And again, guys, not beating anybody up, but I beat myself up as well. And that's why I talk to Mr. and Mrs. Bean on a regular basis. Even if I don't, I checked in with him yesterday. Hey, I hadn't talked to you all week, sir. Just tapping back with you. Okay. It's not an ego thing. Okay. It's not an ego thing. It is a understanding that there is great leadership. And when you have great leadership, you just want to vibe off that synergy. Okay. And like you said, people are going to be put in your lives that match your energy. And you guys see how high my damn energy is. It never goes down. Right. I'm away, about to get ready for the Marine Corps ball. I'm going to be amped all weekend because it's our birthday. Okay. But business first. Business first. All right, guys. So today, any questions on that? Any questions on that? I always ask questions because, again, I'm willing to debate. I am willing to debate because I believe in what Mr. Bean has done here in this industry and in this company, or I would not be here. Okay. Awesome sauce. And again, guys, lastly, before I jump over, if I'm not getting enough issues sent my way, that means you're not plugging in yourself to your own business. right? Celeste has been asking about solar. She didn't come in for solar. Girl didn't come in for solar, right? But she's got people that's been talking to her about solar, so it's destined, right? So I know she's breaking the website, right? There's an issue here, right? Eddie's like, hey, I noticed this. Perfect, Eddie. Right? Those are people who are plugging in and breaking their websites. How many people know where to find things in their back office? That's how you get paid. Right? On trading, how many people have hit me up and said, Donnie, I moved my prices off my chart? Not enough. Not enough. That means you're not breaking enough. Miss Kim sends me a message all the time. Hey, I noticed this. Hey, I noticed this. I noticed this, right? Oh, perfect. There was an error in the Einstein code, right? I messed something up. She sent me a message. Boom. It took me a few hours to fix it. Boom. I followed back up with her, fixed it. Great catch. That means she's playing with it, right? She's understanding the rules, and that's what needs to be happen, especially when you guys are dealing with brokers and anything like that. This is your money, okay? This call right here is a business board meeting that everybody needs to be at on Saturdays. I get on here. Even before I get on planes, I get on here, okay? Even at my kids' soccer games, I'm on here. So that means the next Saturday, don't waste Mr. and Mrs. Bean's time, because we can talk individually with 5 people on the call that want to build their business. Get your team on here. Get your board members on here. And if they don't want to be a board member and they just want to be a student of the game, beautiful. Put them on your board as personal asset managers, because that's what you are. So start explaining what they do. They're personal asset managers. They trade their own funds for a better lifestyle. Okay, and that's what I call my traders. I don't call them builders. You're a personal asset manager, right? You're managing your own personal finances. Okay, now let's talk about brokers, and I'm going to talk about GNT specific, right? So that way nobody has any issues on the GNT side, right? Because I can help with that, especially being a regulated broker. We're regulated to the sense that we can do business in the United States. Okay, that's why we don't show up on any CFTC website or anything like that. We're able to do business. We have physical location offices. So we're not a brokerage firm that nobody knows who owns it. Nobody knows where they exist at, right? Because you see these KOTFX, right? You see all these other brokers and you don't know who own them, right? How many people have been around for a while and been a part of the Hugo's Way and all these different things like that, but don't know the people behind them? Right? You were just using them because somebody told you to use them. Right? How many people have done that, right? Oh, I use this broker and I asked them why. What do they offer? And if I could share my screen real quick. Let me see here. Okay, beautiful. Okay. What do they offer? And that's always the question. Take a look at the website. Before I go over everything, I'm going to go over GNT, right? I am in charge of North America for all of Global Next Trade, right? So majority of all clients, we have about 32,000 active registered users trading on Global Next Trade, okay? So I really want to put that out there, right? And a lot of times you don't get to talk to a broker. Well, in this broker, you're actually going to know who the owner is, right? We know who the owner is. You guys can actually meet him. He's actually a great guy. And that's the best part about this. Now, just a small history about GNT. New ownership came on after 2019. This was a previously owned company. The head owner, our CEO, was a part of the original 5 that owned it. And they had a lot of issues, right? They had a lot of issues. They split. He kept on to the name and all of the technology that comes behind it. And now you have a new executive team. We have an office in the UK, just so you guys know. So anybody over in London, like Liam and a few other people that are in London, we do have a physical office in London. We are opening a physical office in Asia and one in North America. Right now, for those who know, Celeste I know knows, we've been looking at Texas as the location. Why? Because Miami is just too expensive and California is too far away. And I don't like California because of the time difference to the market. So Texas was the obvious choice. All right. So we are looking at a office in Texas. That's why I spend a lot of time in Texas. Okay. So just wanted to put that out there. We are looking to put an office in Texas, and that's only done because of us adhering to the rules and regulations of the U.S. government. So let's talk about navigating GNT. when you guys go to any broker, and I recommend a lot of brokers, right? Like right now, for those who want to trade gold and crypto and things like that and stretch their leverage, even though it's a B book broker or a C book broker, I recommend Sway. Why? Because I know the owner, right? I know the owner. He's an ex-former Dallas Cowboy. For those Cowboy fans out there, he's an ex-Cowboy, but you notice he's an ex-football player. He's not a finance guy. But there's a lot of money in owning a brokerage firm, okay? That's why they pop up and they're gone in 6 months, because of how brokers get paid. Global Next Trade is another great broker, right? It's my broker, so I'm going to talk about the products that we have. One of the biggest things that we have that's available to you guys is the GNTX products, okay? So this is just a little bit more of the products page, all right? The GNTX product says, you know what? Let's take the nickel and diming away from people, okay? Where you're trying to pass a challenge to get funded. How many people have taken a challenge they've heard about, a prop firm challenge in the market, right? How many people have done that? And they're trying to pass a prop firm challenge, okay? And you pay $250, you pay all this money to try to pass a demo account so you can actually get funded. You got to do it twice. Well, here at GNT, we actually give you the funding, and it's real funding, okay? We're considered what we're known as an A-book broker. That means we deal direct, we're a direct, okay, dealer desk, meaning your orders go directly to the market. So our leverage is not as high as other of those B-book brokers, 1,000 to 1, 700 to 1. We can't do that legally in the United States, okay? So our leverage is a lot lower because it's real funds, all right? So I do want to put that out there. So the GNTX product gives you the leverage to trade with, okay? We'll give you the leverage to trade with, all right? Now, this is not available for everybody, just so you guys know, all right? This is not available for everybody, even though it's on the website, okay? One of the best things about being a part of this company and this organization is Donnie can say, hey, give that access to the build members, all right? So GNTX, what we do is we give you $1,000 for every $100 you put in your account, right? You're going to get $1,000 in leverage, okay? So if you put $100 in, you're going to get $1,000. You put $200 in, you're going to get $2,000, and so forth, okay? Without having to nickel and dime you. Now, on a prop firm side, if you guys lose more than 5% of the account, for those who know, it's gone, right? You know that the saying I like to say, and it's gone, right? Well, here at GNT with the GNTX product, if you lose a trade, your account's not gone. The best thing about this is your account's not gone until the money that you invested is gone, right? So the only rule is you can not lose more than 10% of a trade, right? More than 10% of a trade. That is it, okay? That's the only rule that has had, is that you can't lose more than 10% of a trade. That's it. So what happens if I lose 10% of a trade? Donnie, do I lose my account? No, you don't. Okay, it'll just close out that trade if you're in drawdown more than 10%. Okay. Now let's talk about leverage real quick for those who don't know. And we offer up to $1 million in funding. Okay, just so you guys know, we do offer up to $1 million in funding. Okay. We also have a GNTX Plus account, and that's for crypto. But that's in the trial stages. That's about $3,000. Excuse me one second. Just want to close that so you guys can see me. There we go. All right, $3,000. Okay. And that's not available to everybody. So that's pretty cool product, right? I'm not about nickel and diming. Okay. I don't care about prop firms, even though prop firms are a great way to get funded. So are prop firms good? I've got this question a lot lately from you guys. Yes, prop firms are amazing, but the right prop firm. Here's why. If you get into a trade, and let's say that the spread is 2 pips, what prop firms do is, let's say you set a take profit, right? And Miss Bean's on all them gold trades, because y'all see her videos. Documentation, is a great part of representation, right? She sets a take profit at 39.50, right? And her spread was only 2 pips. What they will do is they will now raise the spread in the middle of your trade. So even though price has gone to your take profit line, it did not close you out because that bid or that ask did not cover your take profit line. Does that make sense to everybody? And they'll do that. So people have been in trades and be like, Donnie, price hit my take profit line, but it didn't close me out. That's because the broker moved your spread in the middle of trading, okay? And therefore it did not cover the spread. to take you out. And then it turned around on you. That's how they get you, right? The best thing about G&T, guess what, is when you're in a trade, once you've entered that trade, because it's a dealer desk, guess what? It's going to hold that spread, okay? So if you're already in the trade, you're good, all right? So I do want to put that out there. And just to put on record, we do have 13, now 14 liquidity providers, right? So we have the ability for crypto, we have the ability for different things, and some of those providers happen to be Barclays, right, and Binance are two of our biggest liquidity providers, okay? So there's not a liquidity issue there, all right? Perfect. Want to put that out there. Now, on the back end side, guys, we do have a new website coming just for the United States, but it's going to be beautiful, right? Because after talking to you guys, and we're just trying to simplify things, okay? And then we have different tools, so do play with that. Let's talk about logging in, right? So I'm going to go ahead and log in real quick. All right. On the new website that is coming, that we will be introducing, you will no longer have to do the translate information here. Okay, it's automatically going to be for the US clients, okay? So I'm logged in, right? I am logged in. I'm in my account, okay? Very straightforward. Let me just put this in English. And again, guys, I do know a little bit of Spanish. I am New Yorican. All right. So simple. The best thing about this brokerage is that you have an account manager. Okay. What does that mean? An account manager, just like any other US brokerage firm, you have an account manager. If you have a Fidelity account, if you have a Raymond James account, you have an account manager, right? And the account manager here is supposed to reach out to you. Once you create that account, you might get a phone call or a WhatsApp message from somebody in Mexico claiming to be from Global Next Trade. Yes, that's their job. And if they're not doing their job, they're going to come see the boss. And I don't play with that, okay? They're supposed to give you a welcome call. If there's anything they can help you with, please let them know, okay? So that is real. Okay, so I did get some messages saying, hey, a guy named Pablo reached out to me from Global Next Trade, right? Yes, that is real. He is reaching out to you to see if you need any help because we are a dealer desk, right? That's his job. He's got to see, hey, can he help you set up your account? They will do that for you. How many brokerage firms do you guys know, or trading brokerage firms you know, that the people reach out to you to help you and assist you with anything? Okay, not a lot, right? But we do. Okay, we do. And then you guys are going to start hearing people from America, because we are setting up a call center here in the United States. So if Eddie gives you a call one day and says, hey, I'm with Global Next Trade, can I help you set up your account? You know why, okay? You know why, all right? So different types of accounts. Let's talk about this real quick, all right? And I'm going to keep this to under 5 minutes. You have 3 types of accounts. You have your standard accounts, right? You have your silver accounts, and then you have your titanium accounts. All those 3 different accounts mean is that how much money you're going to put in your account, okay? And that page isn't here. It doesn't explain it very well, but let's talk about it. When you go to open up a new account, and I go to open a live account, when you go to open a live account, you're going to see the 4 accounts: X, silver, standard, titanium. The silver account is just your basic ENC account that requires $200 minimum deposit. Why? Because we are a dealer desk, okay? We are a dealer desk, and the leverage that we offer requires $200 minimum deposit. If you want to do less, you can do the G&T X account for $100, okay? Silver account requires a little bit more. That's $2,000 to put into the silver account, but now your spreads get less, and the amount you're paying in the commission is a lot less as well. And then the titanium, you don't have any spreads, okay? You don't have any spreads. Now, here's the cool thing about getting these accounts. I don't know if you guys noticed this at all or not, okay? But with G&T, we do have MasterCard, Visa, and American Express. We can actually issue you a debit card to where you can use your money right from your account. How cool is that? Okay, how cool is that? So depending on where you're located, these are the different options to put money in. So if you're out of the United States, I know that you can use Skrill. Skrill is not available in the United States as of yet. Okay, so you can put money in with your Visa and MasterCard, American Express. Okay, Wirebit is crypto and things like that. So we do have contracts with Visa, MasterCard, and American Express. Okay. So I did want to put that, note that right there. All right. So for those, and then we do offer your own debit card called the G card, okay, which is pretty cool because right now I am having a G card made that that kind of just has the Build logo on it, which is pretty cool. All right, that way I know, hey, this is part of my Build account. All right. When you select your account, guys, go ahead and create your account, standard account. I'm going to click continue. Now, leverage is 1 to 200 at max right now. If you want more leverage, because it is a US-based broker and you can trade crypto, crypto's leverage at max is 200. How many people do that? Crypto's leverage at max is only 200. Don't care what broker you're on. All right. And most of them only give you probably 100 to 1. How many people knew that? Okay. The max leverage is only 200. There is no broker in the world giving you more than 200 on crypto. So that's why crypto is 200 is the max. Now, if you're looking for more leverage, okay, we go as high as 400 because that's what's allotted by the government. You can send a message in, okay? Contact your account manager, but here's the kicker. You don't get higher leverage unless you mention a certain person's name, right, or company. You just mentioned Donnie Pip's name. Hey, I'm with Build. Can I please have 400 to 1 leverage? How cool is that? If you're not with Build, guess what? Not happening. Not happening. So you get a little bit of perks of being with Build. All right. You now have a higher leverage. Okay. So you can just send that message, contact your account manager, as you guys can see up here. Okay. It's going to let you know. Go ahead, Carla. Can't hear you, love.
Could you repeat the GNT silver standard amounts again? I was writing and I write slower than I hear. Thank you.
So standard is 200. Okay. All right. And if you click on it, it will up after you create the account. The standard is 200. The silver is 2,000, and then the titanium is 5,000. All right.
Thank you.
And at the titanium level, you don't have any spreads. Okay. It's raw spreads. You're like, boom, zero commission paid on your trades. Okay. Perfect. All right. So once you create your account, guys,
I'm sorry, your volume went down. I'm not sure if it's you or me, but your volume is a little bit low.
The last one was 500, 5,000, and then no spreads. That's all I said. Okay. Perfect. Once you guys create your account, this is the information for your MetaTrader 5. Okay, guys? MetaTrader 5. All right. This is your account information for your MetaTrader 5. This is how you're going to log in to your account. The password is the one that you use to trade with. Never give out your password. Never give out your password. Okay? Listen to what I just said. Never give out your password. If somebody online says, hey, pretending to be Donnie Pips, Samuel Bean, or Kim Bean, you never give out your password. Does everybody understand me? Okay? That's how they can access your account. Somebody wants to take a look at your account. If I want to take a look at your trading, guess what? You're going to give me the investor password. Okay? Why? Because they can look at the account, but they can't access it. Can't do anything on it. Okay? That's what the investor password is for. Does everybody understand that? Investor password is so people could look at the account that needs to. If I'm working with Angel and and she wants me to take a look at her trades, I'm not going to tell her to give me her password. I'm going to say, hey, what's the investor password? Okay. But most likely we're going to be on Zoom or something. I'm never going to ask on social media. Never. Okay. Don't get ripped off. Okay. Don't get ripped off. So now once you have this information on your left-hand side, right, we can now fund our account. Okay, we can now fund our account. We can go to fund, or we can go to deposit funds in the middle of the screen. Once I go to deposit funds in the middle of the screen, okay, it's going to ask me what account. If you have multiple accounts, it's going to ask for which account you want to deposit funds in. Some accounts have wallets. You can just deposit it into the wallet. All accounts soon will have wallets. Okay, you just put it in your wallet. I'm going to choose the GNT. Actually, I'm going to choose the account I just created, the standard account, because I'm going to get a little bit more leverage. Okay, perfect. Then I'm going to go to deposit from. Notice all these options I have. Okay, so Donnie, I don't have all those options. Well, that's fine. You will. Okay. The option to choose right now, especially if you're in the United States, is just simply crypto. Okay, just simply crypto. All right. Then you're going to hit continue. Okay. Then you are going to hit continue, and then you are going to hit which crypto you're going to choose. Now, the best place to get crypto from is Coinbase. How many people are using Cash App right now? How many people use Cash App to buy crypto? Stop it. Okay, stop it. The fees are too high. They only allow you so much amount. Okay, a lot of restrictions, and then they're sending your information to the U.S. government. So I recommend Coinbase. No, I don't have a referral link or anything like that. But Coinbase is the best one. They are on the stock exchange. They are the safest one, and they're located right here in the United States. Coinbase is the best one. But now, if you have other wallets, that's perfectly fine too. Okay. I am going to be selecting Bitcoin because it's the easiest, right? You see, I have Ethereum, and then you have US Tether, you have Tron, and then you have Tether USD. That kind of gets confusing. Here's why. If you send the crypto to the wrong address, it is gone forever. Don't message me and say, Donnie, I just lost my money. Can you help me? No, I cannot. All right. That is the one thing about a free cash system, is that once you lose it, it's gone forever. Nobody controls it. Okay. It's gone. So I tell people to keep it simple. Just choose Bitcoin. Okay. The other ones get a little bit more complicated, but for right now, for all your new traders, just choose Bitcoin. Okay. Just choose Bitcoin. All right. Now you can also do, if it's going to be a little bit more, let's say over $10,000, I do recommend you doing a wire transfer. We do those because we are partnered with a bank. So we actually have banking authority. Okay. So I do recommend wire transfer. Once you do that, you just simply click continue, right? And it's going to ask for the amount of money. Okay. As you go through the screen, here's your code. It keeps it simple. So you go to your Coinbase account, right? You go send, and you're going to scan this QR code. That's how simple it is. Okay. And then once you're done, you click continue. Okay. It's in your account within a matter of minutes. All right. It takes about maybe max 20 minutes. And now your account has been funded. Okay. That's simple. All right. That's simple. Okay. Question: is it a good idea for Solana to be added because Zeta use
Great question.
That is, and guess who has the ability to add tokens? Let's discuss. Let's you know what? Let's discuss. That might be big. You know what? I didn't think about that. Let's put that in the parking lot, Mr. Bean, about adding Salerno so we can maximize the Zeta.
I asked that question 2 months ago.
Okay, so that is a good idea. Yes, we're gonna put that in the parking lot, and I'm gonna circle back with Mr. Bean on that. And I'll get with the team about adding Salerno. Great question. Who just asked that question? Great question, Don. Okay. Now you've been funded, right? Once you've been funded, there's different ways to go about it, guys. You have the MT5 web terminal, which I like. I like trading right from my desktop. So if you're at work and you're trading, that's what you want to use, the web terminal, because you can't download anything. I like being able to see my chart. Okay. I like being able to mark up my chart, the web terminal. Play with it. We are updating it daily. So do play with it. Okay. It's just like TradingView. So if you don't want to go back and forth to two different screens, you can just log into your web terminal. Okay. And we're going to have a separate training on the web terminal. All right. Also, you can download the information right from here. Okay. Click download for those who want that MT5 app, right? The MetaTrader app. Go ahead and download it. Now, do not use it for MacBooks. Okay. I hate the MacBook One. All right. Android MT5. I hate the MT5 iOS. I also have the videos. Ms. Kim, the videos are posted in the share file too. So I just, whenever they can get them up on the website, they are posted. Okay.
Thank you. Can you resend me that link when you get a chance later?
Yes, ma'am. Yep. So I already put them up there. So guys, we did create videos. Look at that. GNT created videos for you guys for build. We have we said, hey, you know what? This company's using us. Let's create these videos to help you guys walk through them. Okay. Question: do you recommend we use the DeFi Coinbase platform? To trade, in what aspect? Okay, Latoya. All right. So I don't recommend Mac users to download the iOS system. Okay. You can use anything to fund your account as long as it's a wallet. Okay. As long as you have crypto in it. All right. But for those who've never used crypto before, they want to use Coinbase. Okay. I don't have, again, go ahead and get it. Coinbase has a great referral system. If you guys, once you guys sign up, if you send your team members your referral link, you get $30 in crypto and do the classes. There's a lot of training on Coinbase, and you get almost $1,000 in free tokens by just learning about those tokens. Okay, so do that. All right. For Mac users, go to Google and download it directly from Google. All right, type in MetaTrader 5. Download that way. You can download the Windows version that way. Okay, it's a backdoor system to get the better version. All right. And then also, guys, you have the economic calendar. Okay, so we've kind of put that in there. Here's the cool part about trading. Lastly, before I let you guys out of here, you actually get money back for trading the GNTX product. You actually get your money back for trading. You get some of your money back. It's called rebates. We actually given that rebate back to you. How's that sound? So I had a guy, he took a $50,000 loss a few weeks ago, a little bit more than 50 grand, right? But then when he clicked on his cashback wallet, just playing with his screen because he was frustrated, he's like, wait a minute, why do I have $12,000 sitting in here? Right? And he calls me, he's Donnie, there's a money in this wallet, right? And he clicked on that wallet and he's like, why do I have money there? You're actually going to get money for trading back. We're giving it back to you. That rebate that normally comes from the liquidity provider to us, we're giving you half of that back. How's that sound? Okay. So now it says, you know what? Even though you lost a trade, won a trade, you're going to get money back. Okay. That's huge. So the rebate is actually going back to the customer. All right. So please take a look at that. All right. And then you can also see the breakdown of your cashback wallet. No problem. Okay. And then for those who want to share their link and make a little bit of pocket change, that we do have an IB program as well. We do have the most lucrative IB program in the United States, which is pretty cool. Can we set alert notifications with Einstein on Global Next Trade? No, you can set it. It's built in to TradingView right now. Okay. It's built into TradingView. So you set it on TradingView for now. Okay. For now. All right. Perfect, guys. So guys, that's pretty much the website. Really simple. What I like for you guys to do is please save your other questions for Live in the Lab, but please play with it. Do the rebates apply to all accounts? No, Thomas. Just the GNTX account. Unless there's a conversation had. Okay, but no. All right, the GNTX product. Why? Because we own that product. Okay, we own that product. So we can give you back, rebates for that. All right. Any questions, guys? That was it. I want you guys to play with the website. Please create an account. We will be doing a trading challenge. I was hoping Rudy's going to get on here, but he's going to get on the next one. It was an impromptu. Rudy is the owner, CEO. He's actually going to be giving out live money. So we're actually going to be doing a live trading challenge here starting on the 15th. Okay. The 17th. So it's going to run for 30 days. Okay. 30 calendar days on the 17th. And we're going to be giving out live cold hard cash for trading on GNT. How's that sound? Okay. How does that sound? I know,
awesome.
I know Tony's already trading live and things like that. Go ahead, Carla, again.
Quick question. Tomorrow we're going to have a session, an onboarding session with you tomorrow as well?
Yes.
On Sunday or no?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Yeah.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Yeah, this was just a special session to make sure you guys got familiar with GNT because, again, you have a person, not just a trader or trainer, you got an executive on the staff at GNT. And I want to make sure you guys heard it directly from Donnie since he's going to be facilitating that and making sure you guys are taken good care of. It's always good to have someone who's on the inside.
So guys, again, thank you guys so much. And again, guys, if you guys ever have any questions, I do plan on doing one of the calls. I will plan on doing doing a call just so you can meet the executive team, so you guys can feel like, you know what, I know who owns that broker. I got to meet them and what they do and where they're located. I will have that panel call. But we are going to do a big, huge trading challenge, right? You deposit money into your account. We're going to do a trading challenge. Whoever has the highest percentage, they're doing the flyers now. Whoever has the highest percentage at the end of the month, they're going to give out some cool things. And we're actually kind of conversating about, you know, getting somebody to come out to the actual corporate office to Monterey so you guys can actually see our building, which is pretty cool. Hopefully I can get Mr. Bean, Mrs. and Mrs. Bean out there to Mexico, to Monterey,
Come on,
so
man.
they can see the office.
I got my passport. So everybody, if y'all can give Donnie some 4 5s, you know, he like that fire too, you know what I'm saying? Because he's always lit. He's always on one. So show him some love. Show him some love. And Dan, and I appreciate you, bro. You know, and taking your Saturday. And because I know you're out there with moms, take care of mom, pulling double duty. And I appreciate you pulling away. And guys, I'm excited because we got the Super Saturday is going to be kicking off and at 9 o'clock a.m. Pacific Standard Time. I actually will be doing the presentation trading that I just showed you guys. I'm going to be doing it live. I'm going to be rolling it out, you know, for you guys right off the rip. So and then Mr. Pacheco has got some amazing updates and stuff that he's going to give you guys. And then you have Mr. Rangel who's going to give you finish it off and top it off with a training. Okay, and so what I want you guys to do at this point here, as we top off this hour and we wrap it up, this is where we're at. It's a new month, okay? And as a builder and as a community leader, okay, as a mentor, as a coach right now, this is where your thought process needs to be. Okay, let me break some things down for you. The company had one of its biggest months, if not its biggest month ever, last month. Okay, a lot of you were a part of that. Okay, which means that a lot of you are riding an all-time high, right? Which means that you're celebrating still. It's like the 8th day of the month, and you're still celebrating, which means that you're distracted emotionally, which means that you haven't made any phone calls, you haven't contacted anybody, you built a 250, you recruited 4 people, you got 2 or 3 people upgraded, you got $500 in your back office, don't know where it came from, whatever it is, right? Don't again let your past blackmail your future, right? Right now, we got to make sure you guys are on purpose. Entrepreneurs, they celebrate for the moment, and then they go ahead and shift gears, and then they go ahead and build in that moment going forward. So, entrepreneurs after that month, they celebrate that night, right? Maybe the next day, and then by the end of that next day, they're already back at it. Okay? And so, I need you guys to understand that having great months is something that you should expect, not something that should be celebrated. Okay? When you over celebrate something, that means that you wasn't expecting. It means you got lucky. Okay? Entrepreneurs don't get lucky. Entrepreneurs are on purpose, right? And what you accomplish and what you do, it just means that it went to according to your plan, right? Celebrate that you followed your plan, that you had a plan and you followed it. You had a strategy and you followed it, right? Celebrate that. Celebrate the people who won on your team, right? But again, show them how to be a leader. Show them that you're back in the field. Show them that you're back in the lab. Show them that you're back on coffee and charts. Show them that you're back, not just recruiting, but you're also on your demo accounts or your live accounts making money and making things happen. You're posting on social media. You're adding people back to the PIP University group, right? Always be on. There's lights, cameras, and action, guys. Right? What you'll find is that those of you who actually hit Builder 250 last month, because you woke up and you put you had 2 Apex upgrades on one side of your business. Well, that's 6 points, right? So those 6 points have to come back. You got to get 6 builders, or you got to go get 4 elites, or you got to go get 2 more Apexes to requalify for that Builder 250, right? So again, make sure you're on purpose. Now, every month that you do that, when you requalify every month that you do that, what happens is it's some months you now are going to wake up at that position as opposed to having to requalify. Okay? Let me explain. So when you have an Apex pack, I'll start with the big one, right? That's 3 points. That's 300 in volume. That's 3 points, basically. Well, you have 2 of them at 6 points. So now you got 6 on one side. Okay. Now you have 2 on the other side. right? So now you got 6 points on the other side. So now you have 6 points on the left, 6 points on the right. You'll build a 250 for people. Okay. Next month, when the subscriptions run, you're only going to get 2 points, right? Because it's 199. You're only going to get 200 in volume, 2 points. So now instead of getting three, the subscription is going to get you two. So now instead of being at 6 and 6, you're at 4 and 4. You still need, based on their subscriptions, you still need one more apex on the left, one more apex on the right. Okay. So now you just qualify, you just requalified again. It's a lot easier because you have the subscriptions on the books. But it's a lot easier, guys, the next month, because if all you did was get one apex on the left, one apex on the right, guess what? Next month, now you got three apexes on each side, 2 points each. That's six on the left, six on the right. Next month, you wake up as a Builder 250 already qualified. Okay, so now that means that you only need a couple more to get that Builder 700. Right? 18, like so now you're building up. So this is why you have to bring people on every month. The other thing is this, for those of you like Donnie talked about earlier, when he talked about this being a boardroom meeting, this being a business meeting that you should be at as a builder, right? When you get your people to these meetings, what ends up happening is they see the substance, they see the value, right? They see the impact. And this is a part of their membership, right? So when they know that they have access to this stuff, they're getting life-changing information, they're having life-changing advice, they seeing people winning on the other side, they seeing people getting recognized, they get celebrated as now they're coming back next month. That membership stays on the books. That subscription stays on the books, right? And now you become their superhero because now you put them in a position where they have access to information and conversations that is actually being had to improve their lives. So you have people who want to be a part of something big, and they thought they got started in trading, okay? But really, they're trading places. They're trading, skill set is one thing, but they're trading their old self for their new self, right? So we're talking about. I see Thomas like that, trading places. You know what I'm saying? Hey, that right now, guys, I'm trying to tell you, right? The old you must die, right? And when you actually put people in that position where they get a chance to have that impact. They get a chance to see the value. Now they look at you from a perspective of appreciation and gratitude. That substance is what makes it sticky. That substance is what keeps people on because, quite honestly, our community is just as valuable, if not more valuable than anything else the residual income, I mean, the subscription offers. Okay. You don't get this anywhere else. This is an add-on, right? Benefit. So if you're not continuing to add people every month to your group, guys, you're doing yourself a disservice. But you also, let me share something else you're doing. You're doing your teammates a disservice as well. Okay. So, Jim, if I join you, okay, and I'm hearing all these stories, right? If you're a builder, that is. I join you as a builder, I join you and you're my leader, and I hear all these other stories about people who, oh man, Dr. Felicia got all this spillover from Matt and Roxy, right? I'm new to this. I'm expecting some spillover. Right. So even though it's not right for me to expect it, it's my business. Remember, this is network marketing. People in network marketing come into network marketing companies, right, expecting everything to be done for them. You know, if I'm not seeing any spillover, I think the system's broke. I think something wrong with it. Okay. And so right now, you want to make sure you put something under me from a standpoint of because you're building. You're not giving me your recruits. You're just building out your business. And I get to see that. You get a chance to say, hey, Sam, right now we're rocking and rolling, bro. I know you've been on some of the calls. You hadn't been on all of them, but I don't know if you saw those new people who we've been growing the group. I've been putting them on the left, putting them on the right. You got a couple people up under you. You're not, like I said, if you just do some things that we're teaching you, it's a lot easier for you to hit rank and get that residual income we talked about. Okay. And so now, because if I don't see anything, you can't tell me anything from a leadership perspective. I'm just, if you haven't put anything under me, and you have leaders who will do that because you have leaders who will go to companies And people say, oh yeah, I'm about to build this leg. This is gonna be a power leg or a power team. Y'all heard that before, right? And ain't nothing powerful about it. Matter of fact, it's like it's unplugged. Ain't nobody fell up under me. They not doing over here. They want me to build their team. We've been there before. We've done that before, right? And the only reason they got it is because we saw value in the company and there wasn't nothing we could do about changing our position. So they benefited based on the fact that we had to build it. Okay. If you are a leader, if you are a builder, and you're looking to build a community and you're looking to build special guys, Candy, Charity, right? Angel, Major, right? Guys, I'm not talking to my people who are here just to trade. This is legit for people who want to build a community, for people who want to build a group, for people who want to build income. If you're here, right, and you're telling people this is what happens in the residual income sector, the subscription sector, what do you have to have on the books in order for you to actually have residual income, subscription-based income, new recruits? Okay, you can't sell something you're not creating. Some of you guys are marketing a lie. Okay, so you know what tells the truth? Evidence. You don't have to tell a person nothing if they wake up and see it. If a person wakes up this month and by the end of the month, instead of seeing 0 and 0, they see 0 and 4. That means that 4 people just showed up in their group they have nothing to do with. So somebody's in company's building, right? They wake up, they see 3, or they wake up and see 9, or wake up and see 11, whatever it is. They woke up and saw something other than 2 zeros, right? They see 2 zeros, that means 2 people in their group that's not working, you and them. They see 1 0, it means 1 person in their group that's not working. That's you. That's them other, right? So you're working. Don't expose yourself as leaders, right? Don't expose yourself as a person who claims to be a leader, claims to be a builder, but you're not building. And they can see it. Remember, this is where exposure, right? Eddie, right? Dr. Felicia, right? Philip, this is where exposure will get the best of you, right? So put yourself in a position where people can't question you about your intentions, about your expectations of the company, about what you marketed when you sat down with them and pointed and read. Okay. Just telling you, if you're gonna build it, build it. And if you build it, they will come. Right? If you build it, they will come. When you build it, even better. When you build it, they will come. When you build it, they will come faster. So hopefully that made sense to you guys. And we really, again, we have to continue to make sure we're on point, we're on purpose, and we have to create the stories in our team and the stories with the pen. Pen must have philosophy behind it. Okay? Pen must have that rank advancement must have, something behind it that says this is what I did, not just to build it, but to sustain it, but to scale it. This is why my group doesn't go anywhere. They grow everywhere. They don't go anywhere. They don't leave me. They lead others, right? I'm not just a builder 250. I'm a builder 250 that's out there doing presentations, one-on-ones, two-on-twos. I'm not just a builder 700. I'm a builder 700 that does 3 ways, lifelines. I do market meetings. I'm not just a builder 1500. I'm a builder 1500 that does presentations for the company, right? Presentations for my group. I have some other things. I'm not just builder 3500. I'm a builder 3500 that's mastered the art of marketing online and pulling recruits off the line, right? And plugging into the system, being on a millionaire mentorship called learning how to sustain it, learn how to scale it. So, guys, be a business person, be an entrepreneur, be responsible, right? Don't be don't put yourself in a position where you can be exposed. Okay. That's one thing I learned real fast in this industry. People are a lot smarter than you give them credit for. And people know exactly what you're doing and what you're not doing. They're not just counting your dollars, they're counting your impact. So if they're waking up to zeros, I like you, Thomas. I know when you get a nugget, boy, every time he's turning that page and get the writing and scribbling, man. You the reason why I do this, bro. I appreciate you, bro. I just want to know somebody getting it. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate you, bro. So again, that's the thing, guys. Your team, the people who you bring on board, they need to see that you're growing beneath them. You need to be the roots that grow beneath their surface, right? If you grow one side, it encourages them to grow the other. You do the work that you're supposed to do already, and they'll do the work that they were never going to do. Because people, you teach them how to count how much money they're leaving on the table, and they'll start counting how many presentations they're willing to do. Okay. So love you guys. Like I said, 9 o'clock Pacific Standard Time, 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. I'm going to be doing the lead off presentation, which is today's version that I gave you guys of the trading presentation. So anybody who did not make a decision this week that saw a presentation, get them on it. Anybody who missed a presentation that was supposed to and confirmed that they were going to be on a presentation, get them on it. Okay. And for those of you who just want to see a launch presentation, that's going to be at 4 o'clock, right? Central Standard Time. But let's go out here and make the day special, guys. I'll see you guys at the top. I'll see you guys at the bank. I'll see you guys at the beach. And I'll see you guys at 11 o'clock Central Standard Time. Y'all have a blessed one. Bye-bye.
Thank you.